Good morning. We are here today with our first episode of Find a Way. We have a very, very special guest with us this morning, my guy, Dusty Womble. Welcome.
Thanks. It's an honor to be here and quite a privilege to be on the first podcast.
Oh, man, it's awesome for us. We're really excited about it. Dusty Womble's name is actually on the building of my office, so I get to see him almost every day. I work in what I like to call the ninth wonder of the world, the Womble basketball facility. We might be the 10th now because the football facility is amazing, and we'll get into that later. Just wanted to talk to you a little bit, give these people opportunity to hear from you. You do so much for us. We're very appreciative of everything that you do. So I want to start with, who is Dusty Womble? Like who is the man Dusty that everybody wants to know about?
Well, I'm a West Texas kid. I grew up in Amarillo, came to school here in 77, really liked math, but didn't want to figure out a way to make a living with math. And so I got involved with a really new degree program they had here in the business school called Management Information Systems. Okay. And was actually the third student to graduate with an MIS degree from Tech. And at that time, you had to have a 1,000-hour internship, and I had started a little company and worked for another guy, and had my 1,000-hour internship before anybody else did. So that sort of allowed me to graduate on time, and really have loved Lubbock, loved the university, and was fortunate enough to be able to build a business here. And that business that I started while I was in college is the business that I had for my whole career. So,
oh, man, that's outstanding. So you came to Tech from Amarillo. Shout out to West Texas. I love this university. I love this city as well. Talk to us a little bit about your family, man. How important is your family to your success and what you've been building your whole life?
Well, I hope that anybody that has been around me or knows me knows how important that my family is. Hopefully, I project that to people that are around me. Leisha and I married our freshman year we met our freshman year at Tech.
Yep.
On a blind date, actually. And
wow.
So, yeah, it was a blind date that ended up working out. And,
man, really good.
Yeah. We went from the blind date was sort of a disaster. She would tell you that as well. But after that, we got signed up to take some country and Western classes. And so over the course of about 6 weeks of doing those classes, we sort of got to know each other, and we dated the balance of our freshman year, and got married. After my junior year, we got married, and then right after I graduated, about a year after we got married, we had our first child, Brooke.
Nice.
And so we've got 6 kids and 10 grandkids, and so they're all here in Lubbock. So it's a big part of my life. Everything that Leisha and I do, we do for our kids and our grandkids, and Texas Tech is certainly woven into the fabric of our family. We schedule our trips around athletic events. As a matter of fact, you'd find it sort of funny. This last week we've had a thread because, as you know, in December we play LSU in Fort Worth. Yep. On a Sunday. The next Saturday we play Arkansas in Dallas. The next Saturday we play Duke in Madison Square Garden. Mm-hmm. And so we're already working on travel plans, who all can get off, who's going. It's a given that Leisha and I will be there, and as you know, a lot of our family will be there with us as well.
Awesome. I've met Leisha. She's awesome. She's kind of like, sometimes she's my next door neighbor on the bench.
Yeah.
When we're coaching on the floor, I always enjoy sitting by you and your family, man, like handing you guys box scores, trying to see what's going on during the game. So yeah. Awesome family. It's crazy because you and Mac do have some real origin stories on how you guys essentially started your families in Lubbock at Texas Tech.
That's right.
That's pretty cool,
yeah.
Man. Where does your love for this university and athletics come from? Like, you've done so much here. Like, what has created that passion for you here at this university?
Well, we've certainly been blessed, and it's a privilege to be able to give back as a portion of those blessings to the university. And you know, Texas Tech and athletics has really been a central part of what we've done forever. I remember being here in the late '60s. Just as a kid, we were on the grass end zone there at Jones Stadium, and I actually remember Donnie Anderson playing. I vividly remember a game where we beat Arkansas when they were ranked 5th in the country, and you know, I went back. I think I was 8 at the time. And so my dad went to Texas Tech, and I just always. I always just knew I was going to go to Tech when we got through. We attended a lot of football games when I was still in high school. Would drive down and go to Tech football games, and it's just been a big part. I've made mention of this before, but I missed a home football game in '77. After we played Houston right after Thanksgiving, and I had gone back to Amarillo, and I did not come back for that Thanksgiving game, and that was our last home game of the year that year. And so I missed that game, and then I didn't miss another home game until 2008, and we took our daughter Brianne to visit Vanderbilt, and we were gone that weekend. We played Baylor here at home, and we missed that home game. And so since '77, November of '77, I've missed one home football game. So football's a little easier to schedule around than basketball, but as I said, we sort of plan our life around football and basketball.
Man, that's awesome. You just got those early memories like that, and now that you're in position to really give back and help grow this thing, you guys have done an outstanding job, you know, just helping and growing the university and the players, the student athletes. It's been amazing to watch. You know, this is my first experience just in college, period, and just the passion for the people here. You know, I think a lot of people get caught up in it's just athletics, but I think you do genuinely have a passion for the people. Like I tell you, we didn't even talk about Seven Brew yet. He owns Seven Brew. Stop at Seven Brew, get your coffee. Shameless plug. And Womble actually bring us coffee up here. We'll be up here Saturday or something after a game, and early morning he comes through with about 6 coffees, man. And I'm kind of mad you ain't bring us no coffee in here this morning, man.
10 o'clock, because it's too late for coffee now.
No question. I already had mine. Awesome. Why become a regent here at this university?
Well, it's not something that you decide to do yourself. The governor decides who the regents are going to be, and there were some people that really put my name forward that had influence with the governor's office, and I was fortunate enough that Governor Abbott asked me if I'd like to serve as a regent. It's a 6-year term, so it's a pretty big commitment.
Yes.
Certainly an honor, but it's got a lot of work to it as well. There's a lot of responsibilities. It's over the Texas Tech system, which has 5 universities. The largest university and our flagship is obviously Texas Tech University, but the system also has 2 health institutions, Texas Tech El Paso, and then the medical school here in Lubbock. And then we have Midwestern State in Wichita Falls and Angelo State in San Angelo. And so our responsibilities really span the whole system and the chancellor's office and the system office as well. So I finished my first 6-year term back in, I guess, May, and the governor asked me if I'd like to do another term. And again, 12 years is a lot, but we have a great set of regents. We're very aligned. We've got great leadership, and starts with Ted and here, Dr. Skuvanek, and so it's a great time to be part of this system. Everything is really lined up, and we've got really good financial security. The state of Texas has been very good to this university, and we're really excited about what we have in our future, not only athletically but academically, on our research front. We've just got a lot of things that are really going our way.
I was listening. We had our kickoff yesterday, which was awesome, by the way. Just and I've thought about this probably since I got here, but I'm like, and I keep saying it every year because it keeps getting better. I'm like, it's never been a better time to be a Red Raider.
I don't think so. I mean, we've got a lot of things going our way. We've got a lot of opportunity in front of us. We're in a conference that will be extremely competitive in basketball. You know what that's going to be like. You look at that schedule, and there's just no let up, and so it's going to be an awesome regular season chase, and then the Big 12 tournament is just got so many great teams there, and so many great players. And if you can finish in the top third of this conference, you are a legitimate Final Four contender. And so that's certainly going to be fun to watch in basketball. And
no question, because the Big 12 it's a real gauntlet. Like, you going through it every night. It's no easy games, and the one thing I've learned is the preparation it takes. And I feel like we really are surrounded by some of the best people to prepare you. And it starts with you. We're prepared to go in and compete at a high level because of your commitment to this university, this program, and even the staff you guys have allowed us to put together. Like, these dudes can prepare, so we're excited. All right, I got a fun question for you. Who is your favorite player to ever come through the basketball program at Texas Tech?
Wow, my favorite player to come through basketball. Man, I've been close to a lot of the players here. Might be Davide, Brandon Francis.
Okay.
Brandon's really an interesting guy. Brandon and I stay in touch a lot. He was a sixth man on that that team.
Tough dude, man.
Tough dude. Great life story.
Yep.
Great heart. Went through adversity.
Yes.
And so I probably would say Brandon, but Matt Mooney and I were close. Jarrett, I helped recruit Jarrett here.
Lubbock's own.
Lubbock home. I actually coached him in baseball when he was he and my son Luke were the same age, and it didn't take long to figure out who the best athlete was. You don't have to be too good a coach to go, okay, we're going to put the ball in his hands. I think he can handle that.
No question.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man, because Brandon's probably one of my favorite. He'll send me a voice note about 2 minutes long on Instagram.
Yeah.
And it's never like he's never asking for anything. Like, he's checking on our guys, telling us he's watching us. He's actually got 2 guys out there right now he's trying to help place in the States that are in the DR. I love that dude, man.
Yeah.
Just a super competitive. He really loves and cares about this place.
He does. And it's not just that group. People that go through here get touched by the enthusiasm and the love for the program.
No question.
And especially those like Brandon that had been other places and really knew when he was here how special it was. And then so many of our athletes, once they leave the university and they're either trying to play professionally or they're in the business world and they're applying skills that they learned in these athletic programs about discipline and delayed gratification and work ethic and integrity and all those things, and they can apply that whether they're going to grad school or they've got a trade, but they teach those lessons to their kids and those around them, and I think that's when you really realize how much this place really, how special it is when you leave and look back and figure out what all you learned during your time here.
It is so special. Like, as far as just the people, like I got my whole family here now. Like, they're here. My youngest is in kindergarten. I got 2 that go to the university now. My wife, she just graduated, got her master's degree from here. So I tell you, it's a great place to raise a family. And I take somebody like Joe Toussaint, the first point guard we took. Joe played at West Virginia and Iowa, but I genuinely believe he considers this place home, and this was the last place he played.
Yeah.
And in recruiting, like, I'm talking like, I'm telling y'all, this place is special.
Yep.
And it's not just because of the basketball, it's because of the people. like the people, if you come in here and you play with that grit, you compete with that toughness, and you find a way to win here, so these people will take care of you for the rest of your life, man. Like they really do genuinely love the people that put on this uniform and graduate from this school and participate like no other, and they love you forever.
Yeah. The fans are really special here. I mean, they are passionate, and it's such a difficult house to come into to play.
It's tough.
And our fans travel. I think it's so funny. A couple of weeks ago, the Big 12 came out and said, voted 15-1. It's probably an anonymous vote, but I don't know who voted no about penalizing teams that throw, tortillas on the field. And so our fans have inundated the Big 12 offices in Dallas with tortillas.
I saw that.
I talked to Brett Yormark, and he's like, I think I've got like 350 packages of tortillas. And they stopped somebody that had somehow got past security and had like 2 pallets on a dolly that they were taking up to the Big 12 offices. And, our fans are just creative that way. They're not, we're not vandalizing the Big 12. Nope. We are using our humor and our fans are just the best. I love it when our fans get on a mission, when somebody gets on the other side of us, whether it's the Cactus or TCU not selling us tickets. I mean, we love other fan bases or other athletic departments being upset that we came in and took over their arena or their football stadium. And nothing brings us greater joy than showing up a home team. So,
Red Raider Nation, you hear that straight from Dusty Womble? Never change, never change. All right, next thing. The one thing I know, because I'm around you a lot, we get to see you a lot. I get to talk to you a lot when I get to see you. You really do have a belief in what we're doing with this program and how we're doing it. Talk a little bit about what is it that you're seeing, because you've been around this university a long time. You've seen a lot of coaches come, a lot of coaches go, a lot of guys win, the whole nine. What is it that you see in what we're doing right now that gives you so much belief in how we're doing it and why you support it so much?
Well, we've got a lot of things working in our favor, and some of those are so difficult to do. I mean, we have an arena that we can be proud of. Yep. We have a practice facility, and those are not easy to come by. Those schools that do not have that right now are really going to be challenged to catch up with facilities. Yes. And so we're really blessed that we have that. But maybe most importantly is that we have the fan base. That's one of the things that we really worked on over the last 12 or 15 years, is to really build the home crowd, because as a recruiter, how important it is when you bring a kid here on a visit, when he walks into that and there are 16,000 rabid fans in that arena, and that you can recruit to that.
No question.
And so those 3 components are the fan base, the facilities. Then the third piece, again, that's so difficult to put together, is to be in the right conference. If we were in the WAC, it would be you just can't build. I mean, it's so much more difficult to build that.
Yes.
You're in the Big 12, and you're saying, hey, you're going to play Kansas, you're going to play Arkansas, you're going to play Arizona. I mean, we do play Arkansas. You're going to play Arizona. You're going to play Arizona State.
Yep.
And and then we're going to go to Iowa State and K-State, and by the way, we're going to play national champion Baylor, and we're going to go to U of H, and so the level of competition. Yes. We're blessed that we're in a league that if we can compete in this league, we can play for a Final Four. And then you have to attract the right coaching staff.
Yes.
We've been blessed that Grant has wanted to be here and has built the staff that he's built. And then you got to put the roster. And so we've got a lot of people that have helped us do that with NIL over the last few years. And our roster is a roster that can get to the Final Four. And if we can get to the Final Four, we got a chance to win the Final Four. And so, probably if you can get to a regional final, you got a chance to win a national title. And I firmly believe that Grant will get that done here. And I think multiple times. I think we'll look back and see that, hey, this program is built for success. And we're fortunate that so many of the components that are hard to fix. If we did not have an arena and we said, hey, we're going to go raise $250 million to build an arena or a practice facility, or we weren't in this conference and we didn't have a city of 350,000 that really loved this program, building the crowds does not happen overnight. And this fan base travels, will be there night after night. I mean, when we get to Madison Square Garden, Duke is going to wonder how in the world did so many people from Lubbock, Texas show up to Madison Square Garden, 5 days before Christmas. They'll be shocked.
And it really is amazing. Just like even traveling, like recruiting or traveling with the team. Like I went to D.C. to go recruit. I was at Elijah Hawkins' old high school. They had like a live period up there, and I'm in the airport, and it's a Red Raider in the airport in the DMV. I was in Hungary recruiting and saw a Red Raider at one of them airports I was at. I can't remember none of the names of them airports, but it was like just, and I didn't know. Like before, I didn't know, but it's Red Raiders everywhere, and when they see another one, it's a party. Automatically a party. Wherever you're at in public, you're in the bathroom, it's a record on your way in and out of there. And I really enjoyed it. I really do love that. And it's just the people, they're so supportive and they're so in tune in what's going on at this university. Whether they are, I remember us going to West Virginia the first year we was here, and it was a guy, he got there early to see us to go through just pregame. I'm like, man, like how cool is this? Like they go how far West Virginia, I know how far the flight to West Virginia was to here. I'm like, man, just like you're here and you're supportive, and shout out to Red Raider Nation, man. You guys do such an awesome job just being supportive. I want to give a quick shout out to the Orr family. Just I used to see them all the time on the road. Like I really miss seeing him and, praying for his wife and his family the whole nine. But like that's the type of passion and love you get when you decide to come here and put this double T on and go to work for this program in this university. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I would echo your sentiments about Jeff Orr. I mean, you didn't go to a Tech game that Jeff wasn't there, and he'll be missed. And I have a lot of people that will say, hey, I appreciate what you're doing, and what can I do to help? And I just tell them, hey, wear the double T, because part of what the way you pick people out is that they're wearing the red and black, and that's something that all of us can do. We can fly the flag, and everywhere we show up, it matters. So
it does. All right, last thing. I remember I actually watched the game the other day because I heard Leon talking about it, just the Arkansas game and the comeback. I remember sitting in it. We was actually down like 59-43 or something like that, with maybe about like 8 minutes left. Like it got dark, and I'll never forget Mac. Mac is in those huddles. He was like, the way they're beating us right now, they can't keep this up, and we haven't had our best run yet. So he was just scrap. That's Mac's word. When you get in the middle of that huddle, you got to scrap. You got to scrap. You got to find a way. And we did. Crazy comeback. Like I went back and watched. I'm like, this was wild. Like it looked like we was dead in the water, but it's just Mac's ability to be a fighter himself and get everybody else around him to believe that there is still a fight. That is who we are as a program. I feel like that's West Texas at its best. It's that grit and that toughness to keep fighting to get through whatever you feel like's in your way. Looking at that comeback, you being there, how does that grit and that spirit and that determination, like how do you identify with that in your businesses and you being an entrepreneur? Like how does that kind of fit what you do?
Well, I'll answer that question, but I'll tell you just a little bit. Let me tell you one thing about this game. So Yes, we were down. It did not look good. I was there, as had a lot of my family. There was maybe 15 of us there, and I, with maybe the under 4 timeout, I went left, and I said, "Hey, I'm going to go to the locker room, so I'm going to work my way down."
Yep.
So went down around, ended up setting sort of in the section behind, or really inside almost, the Arkansas band, their pep squad and all that stuff. And I'm back underneath that goal there. And the run started, and I'm doing I'm flying the flag, but I'm in the middle of a bunch of hogs down there. Now at this time it's not quite as frenzied in that section, but I was getting texts from my kids and others. They had taken pictures of me where I was down there, and they're all saying, like, "You do not come back," because we can be a little superstitious at times. And so I ended up watching the last 4 minutes of that game, embedded as like a secret agent down in the Arkansas pep band. And that, I think it's not only business. It's about finding a way, persevering, competing, and that. It's easy to make parallels to that in business, but you can also make parallels to that in just your regular family life.
Yes.
You are going to have struggles. You are going to lose people that were really close to you. You're going to lose pets. You're going to lose a job. You're going to have struggles, and finding a way is all about not giving up. I mean, you just persevere. You keep believing in what you're doing. You keep doing what you know is right. You keep putting forth your best effort. You try to keep the right attitude behind that. Yep. Because if that team, if anybody on that team, including staff, the support group, if they had put their head down and said, "This is over," then we're not, that ending doesn't happen. But I think you can apply that to so many things in your life. Agreed. It's just like there is going to be adversity. There are going to be times when things look very challenging. Yep. To this business, to this opportunity, to what, this relationship. And it's just find a way, stay after it, believe in what you're doing, and you have the ability to overcome. And so I think it certainly is easy to look at an analogy to business, but yep. I think you can find parallels in everything you do. And that's what's so important about what we're doing here with athletics, is that we're preparing these men to go on in life, persevere, and be successful. And not only the players, the GAs that are around this Absolutely. Program, the assistants, the staff that's around this, they learn so much about how do I put others before myself? How do I do self-sacrifice and reap the benefits of that, and teamwork and cooperation, and so there's great life lessons to be learned here.
Great nugget. I think that's awesome, because I do think you got to find a way in life. Period. Like I gotta kind of something I say is like you either win or you learn. You never really lose. You just got to keep finding a way to go.
Okay.
Dusty, always a pleasure, my brother. We could call Dusty a lot of things, but I'm going to sign off with me and Dusty, my friend. This is my friend right here, my dude, man. Really appreciate you. Looking forward to what's next, man, and ready to have a great season.
Well, I can't tell you how honored I am to be here. Can't wait for this season to unfold, and it's going to be so much fun. Get on the train.
No question. Wreck 'em.